How is going, everybody? Saturday morning here in Australia. I'm fucking dusty as. Had a bloody good night last night. I drink at the shittest bar in Brisbane with the cheapest beers. You know what I mean? That's how I do it. Natural born fucking bogan tight ass. Living the dream. How good was it? And then like the funniest thing happened, right? I was coming home on the train and I was watching Daywave Radio and I was like, hey, in the comments section, he's like, we'll get you on. And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll jump on. And I was on the train just like maggot drunk as, and I got on Daywave Radio. It was hilarious. Hey, is going, everybody? Fuck, I can't believe it. I shouldn't even be awake, but I am. Thanks heaps, fucking Revenge of the Sis, for all the shout outs. I don't know if you guys read all the articles or you heard. Revenge of the Sis, they've been doing shout outs to me, telling the world about all the hit pieces they wrote about me and shit this week. What a fucking mess. What a nightmare. I'm telling you, you can't make this shit up. All me and my buddies did, I don't know if you follow it, what's been going on. I'll fucking find an article here. They've actually written 3 articles. I've had 3 fucking shitty websites. One's The Guardian. The Guardian's fucking pretty huge. Yeah, they've been writing hit pieces about us. And the funniest thing is we also have this other politician, right? The Proud Boys there was like a big fucking blowout on Twitter. There's this sweet politician named Lyle Shelton. This is another thing that's been going on. Thursday night, I did my live, and then I went on the Uncuckables, right? And I'm like, I don't even fucking need them. Maybe Mersh might come on. Mersh might come on the show. I don't know. I sent him a fucking email thing through Hangouts. So he might jump in the comment section. I'm just about to read a comment. So I'm about to read an article on my phone, so I won't read the comments. Give me a minute. Yeah, the other thing that happened right this week, I can't believe it. First they wrote, I had 3 hit pieces written about me and the Proud Boys. Actually, only one mentioned me, which was The Guardian. And then there was the SBS, and then there was some other fucking shitty news fucking company. And you know how these hit pieces go. They're fucking shocking. And then, like I was saying, Thursday, I went live. I went on the Uncuckables after my show. It was a good night. And the boys, my mates, they went to this other show in town, the Proud Boys, and they bumped into this local politician, Lyle Shelton, and he did a post. And what's the post say? You can go on my Telegram and see it. Lyle Shelton, this politician, he did up a post, a photo with the boys, and it says, good to catch up with the Proud Boys at the Mount Gravatt Bowls Club. Contrary to popular opinion, they're not Nazis, just blokes who are sick of all the PC nonsense. So he's done this post on Twitter, and fucking everyone's gone, all the authoritarian left-wing fucking nutcases, you know what I'm talking about. They all went to meltdown mode. They're all crying. You know, the Proud Boys are racist. And it's so stupid. In the photo, the dude next to him, one of our Proud Boys, he's a fucking Maori. He's a New Zealand Maori. You know what I mean? And it's so fucking stupid. It's the same thing with the Bob Catter thing. They're like, oh, right. All this bullshit in the article. I think all they said in the article is the Proud Boys have fucking connections to white supremacist groups or white nationalist groups, which is absolute bullshit. We don't. We let in any race and religion. We have chapters in Israel. You know what I mean? We have chapters fucking in the Philippines and China and all over the bloody shop. But yeah, it's the same thing with the Bob Catter video. And standing next to Bob Catter, there's me on the right-hand side, Bob Catter in the middle, He's like this mad fucking cowboy politician. Yeah, he's Crocodile. It's like if fucking Crocodile Dundee and Donald Trump had a kid. That's what fucking Bob Cat is like. Anyway, if you look at the article, if you look at the article and watch the video, there's me, Dusty, there's Bob Catter, and then there's my Fijian mate, Fijian proud boy with dreadlocks standing next to him. So I don't know how fucking stupid these people are who write the article and say we're fucking connections to white supremacists whilst there's a fucking black dude standing next to us. You know what I mean? And then on Twitter, Lyle Shelton does this post on Twitter, and good on you, Lyle. He's actually a top bloke. He's probably one of the politicians who's more like, I guess personally, he's very similar belief systems to me. Like he's a conservative Christian. I'm a conservative Christian, but I'm also like libertarian values, because I think if you have a libertarian society, people will let me be as conservative as I want, and they'll leave me the fuck alone. I'll read a bit into the comments section. I'm having a fucking Milo. Like I just woke up. I was so fucking hungover. My head's thumping. I caught the end of the Revenge of the Cis live. Jumped in the comment section there for a bit, and I was like, oh my goodness. How's it going? There you go. I'll read a bit of the comment section. JJ Stoner would be a great show to get on too. He's an original from the community. Oh yeah, sweet. I think I need to, like, what I might do is go find a heap of fucking YouTubers who are like at my level and get them on as well. You know what I mean? Someone who's just like maybe got 1,000 subs or 2,000 subs, and I'll be like, yeah, mate, fucking jump on my channel. And then hopefully we could grow that way together. You'll have to help old Dusty out. Fuck, I guess the only way you can really get hold of me properly is through my Telegram. If you could look up dustybogan.com. It's my website I created. You can buy merch on there and everything, and it's got all the links to my other social media. I'm gonna fucking upload and back up all my videos today. So if they ever do boot me off YouTube, you'll be able to find me. There'll be like a fucking video, library of all the interviews and shit I've done, and there'll be links to all the because if they boot me from one platform, I'll just move to the others, and then from my website, you'll be able to just follow me where I'm at. Bad press is good press. Fucking oath, man. I don't even care. I was at the pub last night. There was some dude. It was in the fucking smoking area. I don't know if you guys have smoking areas in America, but in the pubs in Australia, like if you want to have a cigarette, you got to go into this fucking, it's like a glass fucking coffin, glass fucking area. It's all, it's all in the back, dingiest, shittest part of the pub. Everyone goes and has a fucking smoke. I went in there and had a rollie, had a cigarette, was talking to some dude, and he was like, I think one of the boys was talking to him about the Proud Boys, and he's like, what the fuck's your fraternity, mate? And I was like, do you know Bob Catter? He's like, yeah, I read an article about him today. I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, yeah, mate. It was just a joke. It was just we were pretty much half cut, giving Bob Catter a megaphone, being like, say this, Bob. He didn't know what he was doing. It was just a whole lot of fun. And yeah, fucking any advertisement is good. Any media is good media, especially where I'm at. I'm just coming up. Thanks to Revenge of the Cis, but huge shout out. Guy's fucking awesome. Hungover Dusty. Yeah, I'm fucking hungover, man. I feel fucked. I reckon you could tell by the sound of my voice. Feel like I've been kicked in the head, but that's all right. You'll never fucking stop me. Unbelievable. Cut is banned here. What kind of bogan are you? Who's banned here? I don't think I've ever banned anyone from this. I don't think I've ever banned anyone from my YouTube at all. Oh, cunt is banned here? What kind of bogan are you? Who? Nah. How the hell's that? Anyway. You see Harrison Smith talk about you on Revenge of the Sis. He gave you a nice compliment. Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet. Is that that's not the dude they just had on, is it? If it is, I'm like, fuck yeah. Hello from Texas. How you fucking going, mate? Mary is a New Zealander, bro. Abo, yeah, pretty much. Anyway. Roots, he said, Maori. They're an indigenous warrior people like Samoans. Yeah, Maoris are pretty badass. You know what I mean? Anyway, great appearance on Dustywave, Dusty. Thanks heaps, man. That was fucking hilarious as. Start up a Twitter. Yeah, I have a Twitter. I actually have a Twitter. I need to fucking get my shit together and use it. You know what I mean? They took our smoking sections. We gotta go outside and so far away from the building. That's fucked, eh? I remember when I was in Vegas. Right? And like I think I just ate there's like a fucking hot dog place called Pinky's. It's right in the middle of the strip in Vegas. It was a mad hot dog. And then next to it, there's this awesome pizza place. It was one of them giant slices of pizza. We don't have them in Australia. Our pizzas are shit. Anyway, I was like, just ate this hot dog and then I had this pizza and I was like, fuck, there's a roller coaster bolted onto that casino. So I went over, I think it's called New York. Went on the fucking roller coaster a few times. I was like, I might spew. That's a fucking sick roller coaster, by the way. If you're ever in fucking Vegas, go to New York, the casino. It's right there. It's right in the heart of, and Pinky's hot dogs are fucking good too. Anyway, and then I was on the roller coaster. I was like, that was fucking awesome. I'm walking around some casino. I don't remember what one it was. And there was this dude, like, because in Australia, we can't do fuck all, right? All you can do is make homebrew. It's like the last freedom we have. But anyway, I'm in the casino. There's a dude with his, like, fucking bulldog. Walking his bulldog. He's drinking a schooner of beer. He had a giant fucking cigar hanging out of his mouth. This is inside the casino. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the true land of the free. Because you can't have your dog anywhere in Australia. If you take your dog, you got to tie him up to a fucking lamppost outside. So you can't take your dog anywhere. You can't smoke inside. And this is the other thing. I'm like, holy fuck. My missus and our friends are like, who gives a fuck about the dude with the dog smoking? I'm like, I care. I'm following this dude. I was just stalking him. Drinking a schooner, stalking this dude through the casino. And I'm like, hey, babe, I think he's walking outside. Like, you can't walk outside with a beer. You can't you can't drink alcohol on the street in Australia. They'll fucking make you tip it out and they'll give you a fine. It's so retarded. And I'm like, this dude's about to walk outside the casino with his schooner. And I was like, fuck yeah, I just followed him. I followed him. He walked out of the casino with his glass of beer and a cigar and a sweet bulldog. Walking. And then into a new casino. I was like, holy fuck, I stalked him for a while. It's probably like a 15-minute adventure. And I was like, this place is the land of the free. We're missing out in Australia. There's so many shit rules here. I couldn't believe it. Don't let them steal your awesome freedom, America. It's really hard to get back, I reckon. You need like a libertarian, like you know, to get it back, you need like a libertarian fucking uprising. And that's kind of like, fuck. Most libertarians I've noticed are like super high IQ people, and then they're just a bit fucking weird and they can't articulate things properly, like in a normal level. That's kind of why you just need some like semi. You need to have someone who's like semi, just fucking in the normal, like your average Joe. They can just communicate to everyone across the spectrum. But yeah, the libertarians are a bit fucking, you know, like Ben Carson. They're a bit like, I don't even know if Ben Carson's a libertarian. I don't think so. Stossel from fucking Fox News, that dude, he's a mad libertarian. He's awesome. Anyway, that was a good fucking tangent. Daywave, yeah, mate. Dustywave. That's it. I should steal that name and do that. I'll like have that as my Saturday show should be called Daywave or Afternoon Wave. Dusty Wave. That's it. Next Saturday, it's going to be called Dusty Wave. And hopefully Mersh will get on here. I should try putting in his email address again. I'll be like, come on, you fucking bloke. Get on here. Dusty, why do you keep blanking me? What's that mean? I don't know what the fuck that means. Oh, Lacey? Hey, Lacey. I've wanted to talk about my mother. Fuck, I think you got lost in the comments section in my Telegram. I think I did read it and I was on Smoko. I was on Smoko at work and then I fucking forgot. I'm just being a fucking lazy idiot. But yeah, all good, Lacey. I'll get you on again and we can talk shit. You can tell me all about Scotland again. You know what I mean? Dusty, where are we? What am I fucking? Dusty is always blanky mode. I don't even know what that means. Fill me in. Is it like I'm retarded or something? I'm a bit fucked. Really fucked right now. I don't feel like I could spew. I think I'll be fine. Anyway. I wanted to talk as I'm so grateful to Christ. My mum just had a little stroke as she is okay, thank God. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Lacey will pray for your mum. You know what I mean? Deadbeat, you might be on top chat. Switch to live chat. What the fuck's top chat? I have no idea what that is. Yep, Dusty, you the man. Hungover Bogan. Yeah, fucking hungover as fuck, dude. Didn't drink too much. I got out of there at like, I don't know, it was 12:30 when I was fucking on the train home. You know what I'm fucking mean? Mike Carter. On what the left wing would call a far-right extremist, and the people our boy Dusty reps is a good old boys club. He reps the foundation of the West. You know, I think it's like a funny thing. I heard someone say, like, all these people are like, you're far right. You're a fucking right-wing extremist. Everyone who says that, all these journalists who say that, they think Bernie Sanders is fucking far right. You know what I mean? That's how fucked up they are. They're just stupid idiots. So I guess we can't, like, we're all like, everyone's putting new general mainstream media news into the fake news category. It's like we're all like, fuck. Okay, then we don't even care. Like I was saying, I got sidetracked before. I was saying about the smoking section. I was talking to a dude. I was talking to a dude in the smoking area, and he was like, holy fuck, that was you they wrote that hit piece about? I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, the guy standing next to Bob Catter is Fijian. He's in a Proud Boy shirt. They called us. They said we had connections to white supremacists or white nationalists. Like, what the fuck are they talking about? I believe in civic nationalism. You know what I mean? I think everyone can fucking come. People who come to the West, they can assimilate into Western culture. It's the greatest culture on earth. Who the fuck wouldn't? You know what I mean? It's so fun and awesome. We've created the modern world. Everyone, and like the thing is, yeah, no one will abandon. No, you don't have to abandon your religion or your heritage to say, but everyone will adapt to the modern culture and into the Western culture way. Do you know what I mean? Who come over, but that doesn't mean just though I'm a civic nationalist, I do believe in zero illegal immigration. We've done a good job at stopping illegal immigration in Australia. We have like offshore detention. So people come over on boats and then our Navy intercepts them and then they take all the people off these people smuggling boats and they send them out to the Pacific, to a Pacific island called fucking Manus Island, which is just like in the middle of the Pacific. It's like northeast of Papua New Guinea. And these people get an opportunity to live on a hang on, my missus is calling me. What's going on, babe? What are they on our show? How come I can't read on that chat? Okay, I'll put in that email. Is that what it's called? Can you? Okay, sweet. Awesome. Thanks, babe. Cheers. That's the Dusty Sheila. I'm putting in the fucking thing and I'll get yous live. This is how fucked I am, guys. Oh, fuck. What was that email address, babe? Send it to me. I fucking forgot. I'm too hungover. Must be at Gmail. Does that come up? How fucked is this bloke? Pretty fucked, mate. How come I can't even fucking put that in? 57 watching. That's fucking huge. Here we go. I'm typing in the Dusty Sheila. Thank goodness she's watching, eh? And onto my shit because I would have just not even picked up on this. I'm typing it in. Give me a fucking break. I don't know how I fucking... Oh, okay. Here we go. Hang on. My missus is trying to call me again. Did that come up? Yeah, it's worked. Invite. I'm putting my fucking ears in. Hopefully it fucking works. Sometimes these invitation posted. Did that fucking work? I've had it not work before. Holy shit. Don't know why that didn't work. Anyway, I'll jump back in the comments section. 60 people watching. Holy fuck. The Dusty Bogan, can I shout me out at the end of your show? Yeah, Lacey, if you're sure, I'll give you a shout out. And the medicine man's there. Holy shit, dude, is it early? It must be fucking early in New Zealand. How come I can't see Revenge of the Sis in my comment section here? I don't know. Maybe it's under a different email, a different fucking thing. Anyway, Add Revenge of the Sis to your Hangouts, mate. Not Nightwave Revenge of the Sis. I know. And I just tried to put that in and didn't come through. I'll try again. Don't fuck this up, Dusty. What's happening? I can email them the link, the Hangout link onto Nurse's thing if it doesn't work. Here we go. You guys put up with a lot of shit on this channel, and I'm so grateful for your patience. Let's see if that works. Does that pop up? Yeah. Has a little pop up. Invite. Is it gonna fucking invite? What the fuck? If it doesn't work, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking copy the link. Copy. I'm gonna send it to Mersh's email. Or I could just send it to Revenge of the Sis. Then they could get it that way. Holy fuck. Thanks for your patience, everyone. You have to put up with this for another fucking 5 minutes. Oh man. Don't run a YouTube fucking channel when you're hungover. Anyway, that has worked. And now yeah. How fucked am I, everyone? Alright. Send. There you go. You guys just got sent a fucking link to the live. I'm sending one onto your send, and I just sent you one to Mersh. What the fuck's going on now? How do I get back to go? Alright. Let's hope that worked. That should have worked. That at least gives. I've emailed them now, so if you're still watching, Mersh, jump on your fucking email, and I've just sent you the link to the live. You should be able to jump in on this shit. I don't know why it's fucked. Why it's not letting me. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Dusty. Read the comments section for a bit. I'm sure they should be able to just tune in. It's worth it, Dusty. Don't change a thing. Thanks heaps, man. I get to listen to hungover Dusty while doing a dump run. What a great Friday. That's fucking awesome, man. I love doing a dump run. Me and my mates, I'm always like, what are you fucking doing? Come do a dump run with me. Some weird thing how maybe it's like the chance of finding something awesome at the dump. You know what I mean? You'd be like, that's fucking, you find some sweet mongoose push bike or something awesome like that. You know what I mean? Where am I? Dusty, you got to hit the arrow next to top chat to switch to live chat. Dusty, you got to hit the arrow. Hey!
Well, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, mate, you're on.
Hey, buddy. Congratulations on your recent press coverage. Yeah, we're really happy for you, man.
Thanks heaps. I'm fucking cashing in on my 5 minutes of fame, I reckon.
No, dude, at least 15. Don't give yourself 5. You got at least 15 minutes of fame. We read that article. They really fucked you over, huh?
Yeah, man. What a fucking hit piece.
First of all, you should have at least used the opportunity to call them and tell them to correct it and say that you're the Australian leader of the Proud Boys. Yes, you could have put a little juice on your name. You could have been the Australian. Yeah. No one's has anybody claimed the leader of the Australian Proud Boys? Because I think that's you now, right? It has to be.
I'm probably like the public face of the Australian Proud Boys. You know what I mean? But then we got individual chapters, and then they're like,
no, you're the king. You're the king.
Yeah,
that's we've decided. He's the king.
We're crowned you. You're the king of the.
You're in charge of Australia and New Zealand, because let's be honest, they don't really need two separate guys. Right?
Yeah, you guys.
One guy run that whole region.
Yeah, I'm the overlord of Australia and New Zealand. Let's face it, I'm claiming it.
But yeah, man, you know what they did to you was, because, you know, we've watched you since probably the very beginning, at least since the beginning of YouTube, and the way they just painted you like some sort of racist, hateful person, when you are the opposite of that. I've never seen you yell at anybody. I've never seen you try to beat anybody up. That's just not your thing.
It's fucking stupid. All my mates, right? They'd be like, why the fuck? Like, you know, in the past, people have said some shit about me being racist as well, like Antifa, you're a racist, all this. And all my mates are like, every time we go to Dusty's house, he has a fucking barbecue. Most of the people there are fucking African or something. Do you know what I mean? They're like,
right.
What the fuck are they saying about you? Like, I used to drive the fucking African bus for church, to get up an hour early to go pick up a bus full of fucking Africans. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, if you phrase it that way, you could be taken out of context. You know, if they took this clip right now, Dusty, of just you saying that you were using a bus at the church's behest to round up black people,
fucking Africans,
I think that they're fucking quote, and I quote, fucking African.
Ah, well, you know what I mean. Yeah,
I know. Can I say, man? Well, you know, Dusty's so. I love how just everything rolls off your back. Like, man, I let this hatred like eat me alive inside, and I'm sure Mike does too. And Dusty's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I have ulcers. I don't think Dusty's a man with many ulcers.
No.
Fuck, I'm just like, I always think to myself, right, if they go full retard and like get me the sack, you know what I mean, or send me back to New Zealand, I don't know. I just think I'm still gonna be happy. I don't give a fuck. I'm never gonna stop like being who I am. What are they gonna do? Send me to fucking Tasmania or something?
Yeah, now is the Tasmanian devil really there? I don't know how it works over there. Like, your land is so cartoonish to me. How is it over there?
Yeah, the Tasmanian devil's like this little fucking. He's like, I guess it's a giant rat, and they're really aggressive, and they'll be like, ah. And I think they're full of STDs. Like, all of our native animals have crazy STDs that's like giving them fucking psychosis or something.
We have that too, but it's called Chicago.
Yeah, and girls from Tampa.
So, yeah, girls from Tampa as well. We have the same thing. It's very similar.
Girls from Tampa are just as toxic to pick up as koalas.
Maybe more toxic.
You're not supposed to, like, you know, if you pick up a Tampa girl with your bare hands, then you have to usually wash your hands before you eat or anything like that.
That's true. It's the same thing. So we have a lot of similarities, believe it or not.
Heck yeah.
Except you guys have didgeridoos and we have, you know, handgun violence. It's pretty similar.
Yeah, and you guys get all your mass shootings done in one shot.
Yeah, we do it over time.
Yeah, we do a bunch of small ones. You guys just do one big one and then take everyone's guns in one shot.
In one shot. Gone. Yeah.
Do you know there was a shooting fucking, I think it was this week or last week. We had a dude in Darwin. He fucking, get this right. He got released from prison. He was on probation. He had an ankle fucking bracelet on. The guy got illegal guns. And he fucking shot 4 people in the heart of, it's like the city of Darwin. So like they took the guns off everyone, all the legal law-abiding citizens. They've taken our fucking the sweet ass guns off us. We're stuck with just lever actions and bolt actions. And here you go. This guy, obviously you can still get illegal firearms. You know what I mean? Like,
wait. No, I'm not familiar. Once guns are illegal, then everything is safe. What is this you're saying, that people, if guns are outlawed, people will go get illegal guns? I've never heard of this concept. Every city in America that has gun-free zones are the safest places in the world.
No, that's not true. Chicago again.
What?
60 murders too just last weekend.
Oh wow, I should probably look into that.
Fuck. That's probably worse than Baghdad. Do you know what I mean?
It is.
No. It is. We actually have more casualties in Chicago than the Marines did in Iraq.
Yeah, they call it. They honestly, we call it Chirac because that's really how bad it is. It's last year 656 people were murdered in the south side of Chicago.
And is it all black on black, like gang crime?
It's a pretty good. There's about 1 or 2 maybe white husbands that snapped and killed their wife, and then all black dudes shooting each other.
It's about 98%. 98%. That's a demographic.
Yeah. I reckon, look, over in Australia, I guess we've got Africans, and they come over and they're fresh from Africa, and they're just like, "Where you going, man?" Like they're still fucking hitting the fucking bongos and shit. And they seem all right. Like I like them Africans. I'm like, yeah, you dudes, and they've got good values and fucking they want to work hard and shit. And then I look at the African Americans and I'm like, what's happening over there? Like, how come? What happened to awesome Africans? I mean, Kanye's all right.
You know, Africans they detest American black.
Yeah, they're
like Africans cannot stand African Americans. Like it's the funniest thing in the world. If you ever meet like I've met a few when I grew up in New York that were like immigrants from like, you know, Kenya or Nigeria, and they're just like, I cannot stand you blacks in America. Like American blacks are the worst. And they're like, Jesus Christ, like they're way more racist than anybody else. It's hilarious.
That's why Wakanda didn't have any rappers.
I came all the way here to become doctor, not to wear baggy pants and shoot with gun sideways.
That's fucking very funny.
Like I was saying, when I was in Miami, but like I was fucking drinking with the homeless and just like I was just going in, getting a carton of piss and standing on the street corner just drinking with all the homeless. Like I drank with so many of these African American dudes. They're all crackheads who claim they were veterans, you know.
That happens.
He's like Australian Jesus.
Yeah. It happens.
Just having a Colt 45 with some prostitutes and some homeless people. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what it was.
Be like, you blokes seem nice enough. Have a nice night.
Fuck yeah! When I got to LA. Right when I first landed in America, we got to LA, and we had some fucking hire car. I was awake for 24 hours. I'm driving. For me, I'm driving on the other side of the road. Right, I'm like, oh, that's hell. I don't know how I'm doing this. And I see Popeye's chicken. And I was like, holy fuck, I remember that I think it was called Little Nicky, that Adam Sandler movie. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck, Popeye's chicken. I'm like, we're going in here. And it must have been full fucking Compton ghetto, man. It was just like, fucking, it was like worse than going into a bank. Like I had to order my chicken. Like I had to push the money underneath the thing and talk into a microphone like, yes, I get a chicken.
Oh, that definitely sounds like a Popeyes. And
I've always lived in neighborhoods like that, and until recently, so I've always liked to I anywhere where there's a Checkers or there's like a lot of check cash in places. There's usually like I love to eat in places like that. It's delicious.
Is it normal? Like when they bought me my food, right? The Sheila, she had to open the little fucking door. She put the food in. She shut it, and then on the other side, I had to open it and pull the food out. And I'm just like, this is awesome. And then my missus and our friends were like, I think this place is really dangerous. Like, this isn't normal. And I'm like looking around. I'm like, yeah, there's all these fucking black crackheads. And then I realized, I was like, oh, shit. I realized when I walked in the door, right, some crackhead opened the door for me. And I was like, here, mate, gave him $1. And then that's why all the staff, they were like giving me the evil eye. I think they were like, you shouldn't give the crackheads money when they open the door for you. It's like encouraging them to fucking stand on the door all day, opening the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you don't give the crackheads money, how are they going to get cracked up?
Yeah, then they're not crackheads. Yeah, they need their crack.
We all have a purpose in life.
They do. But that is a problem. That is a problem around here. Like a lot of cities, and Mike will tell you because he lived in Tampa and you know St. Augustine has these problems. Any tourist towns is when you start giving money to a lot of the homeless people, they start hanging out in front of stores. And then normal people are afraid to walk into the stores because of it, you know. So you kind of want to not have them. Like, I mean, I get it. If I ran a business, I wouldn't want a bunch of crackheads hanging out in front of me.
Yeah, like Ybor City is hundreds of years old, and it's beautiful in Tampa. And then you just got a bunch of homeless people that like congregate there, and it's like every business has a sign that says "Don't give the panhandlers money," but it's like you feel bad and you give them some.
You give them money, of course.
Then you realize eventually that, like, okay, but what happened when it's parade time or it's Christmas? You want to go out, look at the tree lighting, and it's like, no, there's bums everywhere. And I'm sorry, yeah, there's some homeless veterans, there's some guys out there that are down on their luck, but it's 99% bums. I'm sorry, most of them are just resigned to being bums. and I can't. Like, there's only a certain point where you want to. There are so many people in line behind you who actually want help that I just am like, I don't care for you if you don't want to actually aspire to anything greater. Ugh.
So the home, like I've heard people and they're like, I went to America, there's so many homeless people, and I'm like, yeah. But when I was in New York and I did the tour, right, I was on the tour bus and the guy's like, and that building there's the homeless shelter, and he's like, but it will probably be empty tonight. And they're like, why is that? And the guy's like, yeah, because you can't take drugs in there or alcohol. You have to be to be sober. And he's like, so these people, they could get help. The help's there. That huge building, it was right near the UN fucking building in New York. He's like, it's probably going to be mostly empty tonight because they want to smoke crack.
Can I tell you something? I would rather we leave the UN and turn the UN into a homeless shelter. That is a better use of our fucking money than the UN.
Or I don't know. We just kick the UN out and turn it into, I don't know, like I'm more of a capitalist. Just turn it into a nice mixed use commercial / residential high rises.
I got it.
And let people make money, damn it.
We take the UN down and just make it a Chick-fil-A or a Popeye. There you go.
One big, what do you think of that, Dusty? A giant Popeyes with UN.
That would be fucking awesome, dude. And just all the bulletproof glass and shit. And
exactly. We just melt down all the old diplomat, like bulletproof car glass.
And if you work at that Popeyes, you still get the diplomatic plates.
It's true.
We got to do something with the diplomatic plates.
And so the who was it? The Rockefeller family built the UN building. Is that right? I think they were saying that. It's like when I went to New York. When I went to New York, it's like the Rockefeller Center, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" And then we did the tour, and they're like, "Yeah, and the Rockefellers built the UN, and they built all the shit." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "These guys, they fucking built New York City. It's like built around that guy's fucking vision." And I think he was the original globalist, man. He had some. I think he probably had like a good heart, and it's obviously gone to shit. But God, man.
I would say Moses was the original globalist, but everybody has their own thing. I'm kidding. The original globalist is, I mean, look, Rockefeller did a lot of good stuff for New York. You have to admit that. But that being said, I wouldn't say he was the original, right? Who would be the original globalist? Henry Ford?
That family, I think, was like they were the big swinging dicks.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Kennedy's
It's been going on for since the beginning of time. A bunch of rich people from different countries have been getting together and going like, how do we make sure enough poor people die that they don't eat up all our food, but also not look like we're trying to make poor people die?
Like the fucking Hunger
And then
Games.
also, how do we do this? And then it's like, oh, well, war is actually a really dope. So hear me out on this, right? War is a great way where we could get a bunch of these poor idiots to die, but then we'll also make a bunch of money off of it. Like I can sell guns to this side and that side, and then you can loan everybody money. It'll be great. And then they'll all just kill each other. This way, we're getting rid of all these poor people. They're not going to eat all our food. And then we give them, I don't know, we give their parents a couple of bucks, a little folded up flag, fuck them. And then boom, bing, bang, boom. We get to sell all our cool bombs and shit. That's all it is. It's just like it's not gonna. Dusty knows. Dusty's a fucking Christian. You know how this ends. It ain't kind of a real. There's no real way out of it to wriggle out of it, really. So you just gotta have a couple pints with your mates and fucking try to enjoy it, right? Try to enjoy the time you have, and
That's pretty much it, man. That's all we can do. These fucking nutcases are. This is why I don't really buy into conspiracies. Like all these people, they bang on and on about all the shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck can we do about it? What can I do about it? I'm not gonna fucking sit here and whinge about it 24/7. I don't know if you've seen.
Once in a while, you got to remind them that you still know. I don't think you should obsess over it, but every once in a while, it's good to point at the people that are fucking you and go, "Hey, I know what you're up to. You fuck. I may not be able to do anything about it. Don't you think I'm stupid either?" And then go on about your day. So they at least know that you know, and they know that you know.
And if you don't complain, you don't get really good stuff like Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad to distract you. Like you need the smarter you get, the better stuff they have to come out to distract you with.
Yeah, if you don't do it Occupy Wall Street once in a while, then the iPhone's always going to suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to throw a brick through a bank window and they go, all right, we'll lower the interest rates. We heard you.
Yeah, you got to do that sometimes.
That's what I think. Like, this is the difference between Australia and New Zealand. In New Zealand, right, I'm telling you, it's shit. The cost of living's insane. It's like fucking $2.60 a litre for petrol. Power prices are double. Food's expensive. Everything's expensive. Wages are shit. And I reckon New Zealanders they never complain. They just suck it up. And in Australia, we're like, fuck you cunts. And we have a fucking protest every second week about whatever's going.
But why do you think that they filmed Mad Max in Australia and The Lord of the Rings in New Zealand? Because it really is the climate. Over there, it's like, oh, it's so beautiful. Leave us alone. Everything's great. You guys are fucking throwing gasoline in tires and just fucking riding out in the fucking middle of the desert.
Well, you guys are still too. I can't even imagine what you pay because you're an Australian. You guys pay out.
How much is gas? How much is gas for you?
Yeah.
I think I got fuel this week for $1.26 a litre.
A litre. So how much is that a gallon? Now convert it to a gallon. Somebody smarter in the chat. Tell me what a gallon is.
Is it 2.5 liters to a gallon or some shit? Don't quote me on that. It's something like that.
I have no idea. I think the metric system is for Satanists and globalists, so I just won't follow it.
Yeah, we pay a little more for gas, but so what? We have guns and shit. If that's
we pay less for gas.
Oh, good.
A liter's
I think you pay less
because we have guns.
Okay, that's $4 a gallon. Lama Dirk says. Okay,
we pay a lot less.
Yeah, we're paying like $2.60 right now a gallon.
We all have 4 guns on us at any given time, and
right.
If you don't give me the gun cheap enough, I'll just shoot you and take the gas. And a nice control system around here.
It really does. And
everybody's packing, so you got to be kind of fair in America,
right? Yeah,
because somebody could snap and shoot everybody at any given moment.
It really is.
Yeah.
Nice control system in place.
We still have that Wild West aspect of us where it's like we're pretty decent, but you keep pushing us. Eventually, someone's going to go Wyatt Earp on you. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Wyatt Earp is a cowboy. I don't know if you have cowboys over there. You have like kangaroo wranglers. Yeah. I'm not sure how it works.
And even if they don't snap like with a gun, we have like the Sky. You remember the Sky King, Dusty? I don't know if you ever seen the videos about that guy.
The guy who stole the plane over here.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard of him. I heard about the fucking Killdozer.
Killdozer, yeah.
Killdozer's the man.
Yeah. Well, this was like a year ago. This guy, Bebo Russell, he worked for an airline and he just snapped and he couldn't take it anymore. He basically just took a plane and took it for a joyride and just flew around like the mountains of Washington and like just all this beautiful scenic stuff, and then just took the plane down into the ground, did a barrel roll, and then just like totally did a bunch of tricks. That is how you do it. That's how every once in a while you just remind the system, like, don't hurt anybody. Steal a plane and do some barrel rolls. You know,
it really
build a
is.
Killdozer and take out the local Wendy's.
Fuck Killdozer! What a hero! What a hero! Killdozer! What? You know what? You like to say? You know, Killdozer. What a legend!
Yeah,
I reckon fucking Mel Gibson needs to make a Killdozer movie.
Let me tell you, Mel Gibson, another fucking legend. One of the best exports from Australia, I think.
Yeah, and Killdozer, that guy was a little older, so this would be a good time for Mel.
It'd be perfect.
Mel could do that role.
Oh, God, you're not for real.
But I think that guy was Jewish, so Mel's probably like, I'm not, come on.
Oh, yeah, the Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson.
I'm not playing one of those people. Mel, we're running tape again. We're always recording.
I know you're running tape.
I know. I'm used to it at this point.
Yeah. But Mel Gibson is my hero. Mel Gibson is actually one of my favorites. Man, they really screwed that guy out of Hollywood for no reason.
Fuck yeah. What did he do? He had like a drunken rant, was like, fuck you, Jews, or something.
Pretty much. He was disrespecting the cops, and he was saying like a bunch of sexual shit to the female cop. Like, he was being a real piece of shit, but we have all, at least one night in our lives, had a real piece of shit night.
Of course.
And we're not all being judged for it to this day.
And he was. And then while he wasn't in Hollywood, Harvey Weinstein was just raping women back and forth.
Yeah, and that guy doesn't get half the shit.
No.
None of the rapey child molesters get any of half the crap that Mel Gibson does.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I would let Mel Gibson babysit my kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know, he might be screaming about the Jews at my kids while I'm at work, but he's not going to molest them or fucking.
That's a good
You know what I mean? He's not going to be putting them in mini skirts and trying to make them trans. He's just going to be going, and let me tell you how they control the banks. You can imagine your kids just eating cereal, listening to Mel Gibson. They use interest rates, and they're always landlords. And that's how, and then you just come home from work, and your kids are ranting about the Jews.
Radicalized. By the way, you brought something up. Dusty, do you have a problem with them trying to put kids in dresses over there like we do over here?
Oh, man. They have a fucking... I think that was the first article. It must have been a year ago. They wrote about me and the Proud Boys. They called us racist and fucking transphobic, homophobic, and yeah, they've got this thing right going. They're trying to teach kids in schools fucking gender neutral, gender fluidity. You know what I mean? So it's like there's no boys and girls. There's no fucking. They don't want gender pronouns. They don't want people being called boy and girl. They got fucking trannies teaching kids to read at like government sponsored in like libraries and shit. There was some book fair, and they had like it was in a library as well, and they had fucking trannies reading books to kids. Like it's full fucking.
Yeah, we got that going on here. You got 9-year-olds dancing in strip clubs for homos yet?
Because we do that here.
We've gotten to that level now, Dusty. We've gone full Weimar over here in America. So
what the fuck, eh? That's insane.
That's how I got like political. Like I'm like you, dude. I don't really have any like, you know, I grew up pretty humble beginnings. So like race stuff doesn't really interest me and all that shit. But like it was like the trans kids. That's when I started being like, well, okay, we got to start talking about this stuff, right? Like people have to start speaking up because everybody's just like, yes, queen. And I'm like, yo, that's a 9-year-old boy. Like, why are you putting a 9-year-old boy in a neon mesh tank top and lipstick? You know what I mean? Like, I don't
fucked up.
Yeah, dude. And that's when I kind of snapped and went crazy.
Well, that's like this is like the fucking thing, right? You know how they've written this article about me and Bob Catter, right? This is when I started. It was when we had a vote on gay marriage, right? And that event where we got Bob on the megaphone was a coalition of marriage event. It was for traditional marriage. And I'm telling you, right, the whole thing from the conservatives and the Christians, all everyone was saying, it was kind of like, yeah, we're not really worried about the gay marriage, but we're worried about all the other things that are going to change when we legalize this. And if you're worried about that, just vote no. That's what I was telling everyone. That's what everyone was saying. And now we're fucking a few years down the track and they're trying to change everything.
Yeah,
it's
we'll be marrying kids soon. But yeah, we got to what do we? Oh, we got a jet anyway here in a minute.
Yeah, we got to hop off.
No worries.
See, that was great. Sorry, my dog needs to go out too.
Yeah, she's dog's going crazy. We've been in this room all day. I still got to do another show.
Yes, but hey, man, that was great. That was great. Thanks for having us on, Dusty. I'm glad your channel's growing. You had 100 watching, brother. That was awesome.
Fuck yeah! Thanks heaps, eh?
Yeah, no, of course,
brother. We'll always support you, man.
Of course.
Yeah,
thanks,
you
dude.
guys are legends.
Thanks, you're the legend, Dusty. You're the legend. All right, brother.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Fucking oath. That was awesome. How good's Revenge of the Sis? Thanks for tuning in, 91 of yous. I'm keeping this fucking bandwagon going for a bit more. Maybe we'll read some news. I keep saving news articles and shit. Try to find something fucking fun. Holy fuck. Maybe there's nothing good to read here in the news. Anyway, Revenge of the Sis, how fucking good are they? Them dudes. I can't believe that they found me. What a miracle. Anyway, I was reading this fucking article. Bit off topic. I reckon I need this shirt. I want this shirt, and I want to edit like dinosaurs and aliens and like heaps of weird shit because this channel has there's no parameters. This channel can end up being fucking lizard people, dinosaurs, aliens, whatever we want, we can go there. Here's one. Australian scientists find terrifying new species of extinct sea creatures. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Scientists have identified a stunning new species of sea creatures over 500 million years old. The fossils were found in South Australia on Kangaroo Island. The fossils belong to an extinct group of troglodytes, an ancestry of modern crustaceans and insects, which had clarified. I can't even pronounce that word. They have an armor fucking skeleton, like an exoskeleton. Researchers describe the new species as the T-Rex of trilobites. Whatever. Fucking who gives a shit? This is the weird thing about this. I was reading this article and they're like, the Cambridge explosion Here we go. I'll read this shit to you for a second. It's believed this species was at the forefront of the Cambridge explosion and developed unique features as a result of an evolutionary arms race between predators and prey. The Cambridge explosion refers to an event that occurred approximately 541 million years ago, when complex animals with mineralized skeletal remains suddenly appeared. This is a weird thing about the evolutionary story. Who I'm like, you're like, okay, if you know about this stuff, there's like the Cambridge explosion, and it's just like suddenly all these critters come online and they just appear in the fossil record, and it's like the most diverse kind of species. There's ones with fucking 8 legs and 2 legs and 12 legs, and it's just fucking wild. You're like, how did that happen? How did that evolve? It doesn't make sense. And you always think like, hang on a minute. If there's like, and they always say, well, the Cambridge explosion, there was this stage in the evolutionary process where there was rapid evolution. Things were just evolving and changing and coming online, and fucking, you're like, what the fuck? And I just think to myself, and they're all in the same layer of strata where they find them all. I think to myself, like, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think the theory is 100% worked out correctly at the minute. I think we don't barely know what the fuck's happened there. You know what I mean? So I'm still open-minded on the subject. But I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, fuck. There you go. 82 of yous watching. Thanks for still tuning in. I'll jump in the comment section now. Oh, what the fuck? How come I can't scroll up in the comment section that much? I thought Mersh was your dog, Royce. Ha ha ha. I had fucking 3 dogs living with me. When my brother, you know, Black Lungs in his postie bike with a fucking red demon. Black Lungs in his postie bike. He moved in. And he got evicted from his house, and he had 3 dogs, eh? And I was like, yeah, mate, of course, I'll let you stay at my house. And your 3 dogs. It was terrible. And one day the dogs like fucking escaped. Black Lungs kept going out, and he was never at home. His dogs were barking all night long, and I'd be like, gotta go to fucking work, Black Lungs. You're giving me the shits. And I'd have to come downstairs and be like, get the dog and be like, shut the fuck up. And give him a pat, calm him down. It's all right. It's all right. Get whisper in his ear. Stop barking. You know what I mean? And then one day, these 3 dogs, I came home. I don't know where Black Lungs was. He disappeared for the weekend. And I gave him I was like, hey, bro, I've just gotten up to go to church and your dogs are gone. I can't find them. I think they've escaped. And then a couple of hours later, I got home in the afternoon. I'm like, bro, your dogs are gone. And the dogs just disappeared. That was the end of Black Lungs' dogs. And at the end of the day, I'm kind of fucking, it's sad to say, but the truth is I'm glad them dogs just fucking disappeared. Maybe they got raptured. Do you know what I mean? They fucking disappeared into the abyss. And after this experience of these dogs, I was like, I think Black Lungs has ruined dogs for me. Do you know what I mean? And I think to myself, like, I was like, it's going to take a lot for me to get a dog. I think it's going to be, there will come a point where I'm like, I said to my wife, I was like, when we have kids and they're like about 10 years old and I have like all these little mini me bogans, and they'll be like, can we get a dog? And I'll be like, they're going to have to be like begging me. They have to beg me with tears and I want a dog. And I'll be like, and you're picking up its shit and you're feeding it and you're walking it. And because I know what happens. This is always what happens. It's like when Black Lungs brought his fucking dogs over. People, you know, they get dogs, or whatever. Your missus, your kids get dogs, or someone fucking, you got to help someone out. They move in, you got to look at, and the thing is, you always end up, it's always this guy who has to look after the fucking dog, who has to feed it and walk it and fucking clean its shit up. You know what I mean? So this is why I've like built in this fucking, what the fuck? I had this dog one time. Here's another dog story. My gay brother-in-law, right? He bought a dog. They live in a fucking apartment. They don't even have a backyard. They live in an apartment. They had a dog, and then they're like, we can't actually look after this dog. Can you look after our dog? I'm like, yeah. I guess what I fucking have to, right? He was some tiny little, I think it was a Jack Russell Cross. It was a Jack Russell Cross fucking Chihuahua. And he was all right. He was probably the best little dog I've ever seen in my life. The sweetest thing, I was like, I know he's a little dog, but where's he shitting? Can't find his shit anywhere. There was no shit in the backyard. And then I like set up the office in the front room of my house. I was sitting there on my laptop. I was like doing something, and I'm like, hey, the dog's escaped. He's escaped. He's got underneath the fence. He's running across the road. I'm like, hey, what the fuck's he doing? Runs down the street corner, and there I see him. He's hanging a shit. It's the good thing is like, it's kind of like a park, so it wasn't like the neighbor's lawn. He was taking a shit on like public property. It wasn't a park, like wasn't a kid's playground area park. It was more like a nature bush area. So there's no like pedestrians or kids wouldn't play around there. Anyway, the little dog, I'm like, holy fuck, the dog's shitting over there. And I never had to clean up any dog shit. I think the city council mows it with like a ride-on or something. Someone mows this fucking area with a ride-on. So obviously the ride-on's fucking chewed up all its dog shit. I didn't have to go and pick it up. It didn't last long. I think I found him shitting over there. I'm like, this dog's awesome. He can get out. The dog could get out anytime he wanted. And he would go, he'd never shit in his own backyard. He'd always go down the street and take a shit. And there's no way, he was such a little fucking tiny dog, there was no way I could prison-proof my fucking house. He was always going to escape. I was just like, fuck it. This dog is such a midget. There's no point even trying to fucking patch up holes in my fence and shit. And then a few weeks later, once I discovered he was shitting down the street, I think it was a few weeks later, I was like, and I think someone was like, we can take the dog back. And I was like, the little fella's got a special place in my heart now, because I never had to clean his shit up. If he ever escaped, he'd always came back. In the mornings, I would drive to work. He was a fucking mad dog. I would like get out, jump in my ute, drive down the road, and you'd be looking in the rearview mirror, and this little chihuahua's like fucking galloping after me down the road, and I'm like, fuck. It's the only time Dusty breaks the speed limit is to escape the little chihuahua. Sometimes, I think a few times there was like some slow driver in front of me, and I was like, fuck. And then the he's chased me. I think I was stuck behind a slow driver, and then I got to an intersection. I'm like, fuck. The little bastard's caught up on me, and he's so far away from the home. I'm like, I had to open the door, let him jump in. I'm like, all right, you little fucker, you're coming with me for the day. You know what I mean? I don't think that day I wasn't going to work. I was going somewhere else. Maybe it was a dump run. I took him with me to the dump. He was a good fucking dog. Another time, that same dog, my Aboriginal mates, all the youth boys, they came around. This is fucking dog story time. Thanks for fucking tuning in, everyone. This is another sweet story. I run this youth group life. It was like I had my own youth fucking group. What do you call it? Bible study group. We'd do every Friday night, and we'd hang out with these young lads. Most of them were Aboriginal and Pacific Island, African, and that. These lads, right? They're good lads. They come around. They're like, hey, Dusty. They're like, have you got a sheet we can rip up? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck for? And they're like, we want to make lap laps. Lap laps are like the little Aboriginal fucking clothing thing that you see. If you ever seen like it's like a loincloth that fucking hides the knee long, a giant Aboriginal cocks, and they're like, yeah, Dusty, we need a sheet. I'm like, all right, here you go, boys. And then they're like, I have my mate's fucking canoes. My mate bought these canoes. They were like fucking $600 or $700 each, right? He bought them. He took them out once, and he's like, oh, I don't have enough storage space. Could I store them in your shed? I'm like, yeah, no worries, mate. He bought them. He used them once. He brought them to my house. They've been in my fucking shed now for probably 4 years. So the youth boys are like, let's take these fucking canoes down to the river. So I'm like, yeah, no worries. Let's fucking do it. And that's when they wanted the laps because they're like, we don't have any fucking board shorts. We don't, you know what I mean? We want to take these canoes, and then they made laps. So they made laps. We went down the river, back to the dog. The boys are going across the river. We're all fucking taking turns. Only 2 canoes and probably 8 of us or something down there. So the boys are like out there, and this is what we did too. We were like, I'm ringing Rob. I'm like, Rob, where's the fucking paddles for the canoes, mate? And he's like, oh shit, they're in the back of my truck. So these canoes had been at my house at this stage probably for 2.5 years, and the paddles are still in fucking Rob's, the back of his fucking Hilux. What does he have, a Land Cruiser? Yeah, he has a Land Cruiser. Toyota Land Cruiser. He's like, they're still on the back of my fucking Land Cruiser for 2.5 years. I was like, all right, fair enough. All right, we made our own paddles. We got some timber. I was like, right, boys. And this is the way you teach people how to do shit. You just tell them how to do it. And I was just like, right, boys, set up the drop saw, fucking cut up these timbers, grab the fucking drill, screw it together. We made our own homemade paddles. One day I'll show you. I'll bring out the homemade paddles. I still got them. I burnt most of them. But anyway. And so we took the fucking canoes down the river with they had the homemade laps and homemade paddles, going back and forth on the fucking river, having a great time. And then I was like, after fucking few hours, I'm like, right, I'm having a crack. And I jumped on the fucking canoe, and I'm like canoeing out. And here's the little dog, the little Chihuahua dog. He's like, he's freaked out. And then he's just like delved off this little cliff into the water, and he swam out to me. And I'm like, here you go, little matey. Pulled him onto my canoe. It was fucking sweet. That was a mad tangent. Welcome to the Dusty Bogan channel, mate. I'll jump in the comment section now, because it's getting saucy around here, mate. Here we go. Okay, I've fired this up. I'm firing you up about this fucking... where are we going? Here we go. There was some comment about fucking evolution. Hell yeah, he almost missed them too, because he was reading further up in the chat, but they hung around till he got them on. Yeah, thank fuck I got them on. Royce and Mersh, the legends. Thank goodness for them guys. They found me out of nowhere and have got me so many more subs. I think I just checked my subscription then. I think I got 25 new subs already just today from that. Probably more by the time I finish this. What a fucking legend. Where are we going? Dinosaurs aren't real. Come at me. I don't know. I think dinosaurs were real. Weren't dinosaurs even in the Bible, in the book of Job? Then I can't pronounce the word. It's like a fucking I don't know. I can't even... Mammothon or some shit. Behemoth. I think it's called the Behemoth. They describe this crazy creature. I think dinosaurs are real. I don't think... Here's the thing. I thought... Follow Kent Hovind. He's this crazy 6-day creationist who got locked up for tax evasion. And he has some really interesting videos about dinosaurs and shit. Not to say that I believe in everything he says, but I think it's definitely... It's like one of them things when you're like... This is what YouTube was originally about. It was for me anyway, and it was just about watching conspiracy theories and shit. When you're like really sick and hungover, and you're like, I can't do anything today, I'm fucked. And you just sit there binging Conspiracies. And I watched all of Kent Hovind's. Each one of his seminars are like 3 hours. I think it's kind of like fucking Jordan Peterson, how his seminars are like 3 hours. But I must have watched like 2 days worth of fucking Kent Hovind over the years. He has a lot of interesting stuff about dragons. He says in one of his videos, he's like, the word dragon was only invented in like, I think it was like 1880 or 19, I think it was the late 1800s. They were like, there was no word dinosaur. It was always dragons. People just said dragon. Well, let's call them dragons because it's only a new word calling them fucking dinosaurs. For the most of human history, they were called dragons. And there's like that interesting thing about, why the fuck do we have all these stories about St. George the Dragon Slayer and fucking there's like this funny thing, who is it fucking, not Marco, who's the, some dude who went to China. There's like a fucking book or something written about the dragons in China. There's heaps of crazy stuff. Every culture on Earth has dragons. So how the fuck did that happen? Even New Zealand, we have the Taniwha. We had the Taniwha who lived in the fucking lake. Every town I lived in New Zealand, I lived in a lot of towns. There's always a Taniwha. It's pretty much a dragon. And the Maori culture, they'll tell you about the dragons. Who the fuck's trying to call me? But I might. How you going? Who's this? Oh, sorry, mate. I can't talk right now. Just hung up on some telemarketer. Now they're calling you fucking mobile phones. You know what I mean? What a fucking scam. Yeah, but anyway, there's the Taniwha in New Zealand, and in Australia we have a thing. The Aboriginals have a thing called the Junjidi. The Junjidi, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. They say it's like some kind of fucking gremlin, like dragon gremlin thing. You remember the show the Gremlins with Mogwai and shit? That's what the Junjidi is. So I don't know, but every single culture on Earth has these stories of some kind of dragon dinosaur thing. So I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I think some kind of fucking monster thing was real in some part of human history. I know I've been to all the natural history museums around, like in London and New York and shit. And then like, I was like, this is going to be fucking sick. I'm going to see all the dinosaur bones. And they were like, barely any dinosaur bones. I think London had the best dinosaur bone exhibit I've seen. I got a big photo. There's like a big fucking statue made of fucking, what is it, marble or something, of Charles Darwin. I've got a photo. I don't think I have the photo anymore because when Black Lungs was like fucking 16, he was a little piece of shit. And when we came back from our holiday in London, Black Lung stole my wife's phone. My own brother stole my wife's phone, and we lost all the photos from our trip in London. And I have a photo of me standing next to this big fucking statue of Charles Darwin in the Natural History Museum in London. And then also when we're at the Westminster Abbey, there's fucking Charles Darwin is fucking buried in there. You can walk over his stone, his fucking, what do you call it? Yeah, you can walk over his fucking thick bag, Charles Darwin. You're like, what the fuck? Why is this dude buried in a church? I don't buy into natural evolution being a natural process. I believe it would in theistic evolution. I believe we only know fucking 1% of everything that's going on. So I'm open to the idea of God creating everything. I don't think nothing created everything. Dusty Sheila, the dingo ate my baby. Yep. I'll fucking, when I go, I'm going on my hunting trip in 3 weeks, and I don't think there'll be any fucking internet out there, but I'll film a heap of shit. Maybe we'll find some dingoes out there. There's heaps of wild, fucking crazy wildlife. Any other fucking decent El Cabo TV? Not. Here we go. I'm not reading that one. I don't know. Here, what else have we got in here? I'm seriously going to make this my next mission to research. Thanks, bro. Is that in referring to looking up fucking Kent Hovind? Dusty is sober? What the fuck? I'm hungover. It's the next best thing. What else have we got here? Can you wear a lap next stream, Dusty? Put some war paint on too. Yeah, that'd be fucking funny as. I'll get my Aboriginal mates to come around. It'll just be like a big virtue signal, and it'd be like, I'm not alt-right. I'm not fucking, after the hit piece article that they wrote about me, and they're like, and the Proud Boys have links to white nationalists. What the fuck are they talking about? Is that that's their stupid circular reasoning? How they, like, some idiot made a blog. I need to find the fucking article. You know, where they were like, now black people are also white supremacists or white nationalists. And you're like, what the fuck? And they use circular reasoning. Some dude wrote an idiotic article like that, and now black people can be fucking white nationalists too. They can be fucking, you know what I mean? This is how retarded we are. This is how stupid they think we are. Yeah, it'd be funny wearing a fucking lap, wouldn't it? Jesus was a carpenter. Yeez. Mad beats. No church in the wild. Ha ha ha. Howdy, Dusty. Dusty the dog whisperer. Yeah, mate. That's right. I do like dogs. That little fucking doggy has a special part of my heart. The other dogs, black lungs dogs, oh, they just gave me the shits. Them dogs were treated too good. If you treat your dog like a person, it fucks the dog up. You know what I mean? The dog's name is Eden. Oh, Dusty Sheila. She's in the chat. There you go. Yep. It's my gay brother-in-law's dog, Eden. He's a trans dog. He's a trans-dimensional dog. You know what I'm talking about. Leviathan? Yeah. Leviathan. That's the dinosaur in the book of Job. Look it up. Just type in Leviathan into fucking Google and it will come up. Hey, Kent was conspired against by his wife and son to take his fortune. I guess so. That's what I heard happen. I heard he got out of prison and his wife's like, oh, after 10 years, I've kind of moved on. And he got home from prison and they, like, put him up in a fucking, he was like, sweet, I'm going to go back home and sleep in my bed. Everything will be back to normal. And then he got home and they were like, here you go, Dad. And he's like, why the fuck have you set me up in the spare bedroom on a single bed? He's like, what the hell's happening? And some weird thing like that. And apparently they kind of fucked all. Apparently he was doing all right financially, and the family maybe run it into the ground while he was in prison. Fucking sorry, everyone. What a filthy fucking bogan I am. What else have we got going on here? Guys, dinosaurs come from the moon, which means they never existed. Yeah, mate. The moon made a cheese. And when we go to the moon, we're going to take crackers, but we're not going to take any cheese because the moon is made of cheese. So we're going to be fucking sweet. And it's hollow, and that inside it, the dinosaurs live. And it's just a miracle. It's really a miracle that when a meteor from the moon came to Earth, it had a dinosaur egg on it, and that's how the dinosaurs got on the planet. We're gonna crowd this. This shirt needs a few dinosaurs. The shirt in the background. We're gonna put some dinosaurs on there. I want dinosaurs and aliens and fucking. Maybe I should put like a Tunifar and a Junjidi on there too. You know what I mean? The car in the Mad Max movies are a smattering of killer Australian muscle cars. Fuck yeah. That's one tough movie. You know what I mean? One day it's going to be like that. There was actually a fucking movie. I was saying to my mate last night, I was like, we need to make a movie. My mate, he's really switched on with all this shit. And I was like, I think we were talking about the Gavin McInnes movie, How to Be a Man. That's a really good movie. My missus, she was like, this Proud Boys thing's fucking stupid. I hate it. And then we did something. It was like, all right, we can watch any movie you want, babe. And then you have to watch any movie I choose after. And it's like, okay. We watched some romantic movie. Can only handle a few of them a year. But anyway, we watched some romance movie, and then I was like, all right, my turn. And then I put on How to Be a Man by Gavin McInnes. And then the Dusty Sheila was like, that was actually really funny. That was really good. I actually enjoyed that. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm telling you. The Proud Boys are awesome. Gavin McInnes was fucking funny as shit. And I don't know why they started hating on him so badly, or even us. I think it's because they're afraid that people who are like making civic nationalism and making fucking, through pop culture, bringing about a kind of patriotic movement where people are voluntarily being like, yeah, I love Western culture. And even like gays and immigrants and everyone, even Muslims, like the Proud Boys is like, that is like, it's like the thing that's probably going to get all these people be like, yeah, I can be a part of this group and participate and be like, really love Western culture and fucking be proud of that. That's what we're doing. And I think the left wing media and the left wing fucking establishment, the fucking mainstream political parties, they win their elections by using identity politics and carving everyone up into the identity group, that little victim group. And then they're like, we're going to give you this, and this, and then vote for us. So when someone comes along and is like, nah, you're not victims. The Western world is all about capitalism and meritocracy. You don't need to be a victim. You can make it here. You can live the fucking dream. You can live the American dream or the Western world dream. You can make it here. It doesn't matter if you're a minority. It's all good. You can be a patriot. You can love the flag and sing the national anthem and be like, wow, look what has been created here. This is the greatest place and culture on earth. And they're afraid of that happening. They're afraid of that happening. They're afraid of people who say that. Hey, gay dude, it's all good. You can get married. That's fine. You're not hurting anyone. But we don't have to change everything, right? And most gay people will be like, yeah, that's all good. We don't have to be fucking radical. They don't have to be tricked. Even like Indigenous Australians or any minority group, Muslims, they don't have to be tricked by the authoritarian left and put into the identity politics victim group. That's just a trick so they can keep winning your votes and keeping you fucking down, keep you on the plantation. Do you know what I mean? Then you got groups like the Proud Boys and heaps of. I think there's heaps of. I think in general, with democracy and capitalism and meritocracy and freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, you know what I mean? Fucking property rights, all the good things that have have made the Western world great, that we fought like hell to get. And we've made some mistakes along the journey, but we fucking self-critiqued. We've self-critiqued and been like, what actually works? What's, all the fucking mistakes. They burned off. They disappeared, and what has been left is some great things. But people, I'm going on a tangent. These ideas constantly will win. We know people want to come to the West, and people come to the Western world and they go, fuck, this is really good. These ideas are functioning and work and are successful, and life's amazing. And people will start singing the praise of Western culture. All these minorities eventually are going to be like, you know what? These authoritarian left-wing people are the ones who are wild. They're so fucking wild. I'm telling you, the people who write, the left-wing journalists, some of these politicians and fucking journalists, right? They are so far left. They think Bernie Sanders is fucking alt-right. You know what I mean? So whenever they write a hit piece about me and talk shit about me, it doesn't matter. They think Bernie Sanders is fucking a white nationalist. They think Bernie Sanders is a fucking right-wing extremist. That's how crazy left they are. I joined the Tel Aviv Proud Boys, mate. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Good on you, mate. That's awesome. I need to pass my test next weekend. Oh, good on you, dude. X and X 2MG. Thanks, bro. And I think was it you who gave someone from Tel Aviv, I think it was someone from Israel sent me a donation. So thanks heaps. God bless Israel. That's good as, man. You need to jump on my Telegram. Go to the dustybogan.com and there's a link to my Telegram. Jump on there and then fucking jump on my Telegram, the Dusty Bogan's mates, and we can talk shit. And I'd love to get in contact with the Proud Boys Israel chapter, the Tel Aviv Proud Boys, because then we could do a live together. We need to show the world, be like, hey, across the globe, we are fucking this culture is being created and it's flourishing. But good on you for joining, dude. That's fucking legend status. I'm gonna fucking screenshot this. Where the fuck have I lost it? I've lost it now. Here we go. I'm screenshotting. I'll post this to my mates and be like, hey, check this shit out. Did I miss a comment here? Get the missus a dog. It will make your whole world better. No fucking way. I'm going to give her heaps of babies instead. And then my babies could beg me with tears in their eyes to get them a dog. That's my plan. Hopefully it'll work out. No dogs. No dogs until the tears are flowing and the fucking little mini-me's are like, we want a dog. Oh, I'm going to fucking clean it and wash it and I'm going to walk and I'm going to fucking pick its shit up and I'll do it. I'll be like, you fucking better. And then I'll go buy a dog for them. I'll cave in under the pressure. Yeah, one of the Black Lungs dogs was a Great Dane. It was fucking huge. And he's gone now. Okay, Dusty Sheila must be in the comments section because someone's saying Dusty Sheila, what? Dusty Sheila, bummer. What kind of dog do you think you'll get? I don't even know. I reckon I'd feel bad about buying a dog with heaps of fur. I need a short-haired dog because then it's too fucking hot in Australia. I'd be looking at that dog and being like, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't even be on this continent. It gets too fucking hot in summer. Anyway, I'm scrolling down. The only problem here in the US is too many people take advantage of that and the left capitulate to them. Yeah, the problem is people go, holy fuck, and they cave into the left wing and the authoritarian journalism and the pressure they put on. People cave into it. And it's the stupidest part of all this is even in the, like I was saying, the identity politics groups, I reckon every identity politics group, even though they're all like 1% or 2%, you might have like 2% gay, 2% indigenous people if you're in a fucking European colony. You might have fucking 5%, 4% Muslim. Inside all these identity groups, even the like radical feminists or fucking vegans and environmental fucking nutcases, the fucking, what do they call them? Climate change. What do they call them? Climate change fucking alarmists. That's what they are. All these little identity groups, even though they're only 1 or 2% of the population, it's only 0.001% of that particular, any of these particular identity groups who are actually the real extremists. Most of them, I would say, like the trannies and the gays, even though it's like, it seems like, holy fuck, they want everyone to use gender neutral pronouns. They want to get rid of fucking gender off birth certificates and all fucking documentation. They want to teach kids in public schools about gender fluid. They want trannies reading kids' books. All this shit, you're like, okay, that shit's happening. That's happening. They're pushing that shit hard. But it's not all the gays. It's not all the trannies. It's not even, they're only 1%, but it's 0.001% minority inside that minority. The super minority who are the fucking real extremists. And we're pandering to that every need. We should be like, you're fucking mental, mate. We should be like, not going to happen, mate. Sorry. All good. You can live in peace. You can live your normal life. We're not going to fucking, you're not breaking the law. Are you breaking the law? No, you're not. Okay, so you're all good. You're not hurting anyone. All right. We're just going to leave you alone. We don't need to change. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. That's all good. We need to understand. And the thing is, on Facebook, on your Facebook and your Twitter and all these left-wing people who fucking hit the comment section and they're like, oh my God, this person is a fucking alt-right. This person's a white nationalist. This person's a Nazi. This person's a homophobe, Islamophobe, fucking transphobe. Whatever they call you, right? Them people, they're not in that minority. They're not in the minority. They're not even the super minority extremists. All they are is virtue signaling losers. That's all they are. They're just people who are like, I don't have many friends and I don't want to offend anyone. They are the kids at school who fell over in the playground and we all laughed and we're like, ha ha ha, you stupid idiot. Learn to tie your shoelaces. They're the kid who fell over and fucking, they couldn't forgive you. They kept it bottled up. And the teacher said, you shouldn't laugh at them. You shouldn't pick on them because one day they'll be your boss. And that's who the authoritarian left are. We've got the problem with the super minority inside the minority who are the fucking squeaky wheel who keeps getting the grease. And who keeps greasing that wheel? It's these fucking people. It's the people who the teacher said one day they'll grow up and be your boss. And they grew up. They fucking kept it bottled up when you laughed at them. When you were like, ha ha, you stupid idiot. They kept it bottled up. They didn't forgive. They didn't get over it. They've kept it inside forever. And now they're like, this world needs to be PC. Everything needs to be politically correct. No one should fucking laugh at anyone. No one should. They're creating a false world that they themselves can't live in. They can't live in that world. We can all find dirt on every one of you who has cracked a joke or fucking finally snapped and said something fucking insane or ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's impossible. It's impossible. This PC world they keep inventing, they continually try to perpetuate into society will never work. It's never going to fucking work. 2% controls 40% of the top 1%. Yeah. Probably. I really need a fucking Milo and go back to bed, I reckon. Cats are like little lions. They need to be tamed. I fucking hate cats. They're good for like 5 minutes to pat, and then you're like, eh. And the thing is, in Australia, the cats, they fucking, they breed and they're fucking everywhere. There's wild cats, and they keep killing all the native animals. That's a real fucking shame. When we go on a hunting trip, I got 3 weeks until I go on my hunting trip again, but the farmer, he's like, if you see any fucking wild cats, you better fucking kill them. He's like, I don't care if they're kittens. I don't care if they look cute. Any of this shit. He's like, you fucking put a bullet between their heads. He's like, I've killed it. This farmer reckons he bought his farm. There was like 20. The person he bought the farm off was like letting the wild cats live on his property, and he was just letting them breed. He wasn't killing them. And he said as soon as he bought the farm, he just fucking bulleted all these cats, all these wild cats, right? And he said, it was like 3 months after that, all the native fucking lizards and snakes and fucking birds, they all started coming back. You know what I mean? So cats are fucking terrible. And they're so cute. But yeah, don't get me on about cats. Here we go. We had a cat, Finley, and Dusty put him down last October. He was 11 years old. Jeez, she's fucking... Now the cat... I'm going to have cat-loving trolls now. Thanks, Dusty Sheila. You've told everyone what I did. I'll show you the gravesite one day. I'll take you in the backyard. I'm going to... When the boys are around, we'll do some boxing and we'll fucking shoot some arrows, and I'll show you the where Finley was buried. I named him after the WWE wrestler Finley, the Irish dude who used to have his little midget hornswoggle. I named him after him because he was ginger, and I think ginger haired comes from Ireland or fucking somewhere around there. Dusty Bogan, way off topic, but what do you think about the coming war with Iran? Yeah, I think I don't think we should be having a war with Iran, but anyway, the weird thing is every Iranian, my last church, even Hillsong Church, I don't know if you know what Hillsong is. It's like a big fucking church in Australia. It's even in America. If you live in a major city in America, you could look up, Google Hillsong. It's a fucking real sick church. Anyway, there's heaps of Iranians who come to, when they get to Australia, I'm sure it's the same thing in all Western countries. They get out of that Islamic shithole of country, and then they're like, I've got freedom of speech and religion here. I don't have to be a Muslim. I can be anything. And they just become Christians. They fucking love going to church. I reckon Iranians tend to assimilate really fucking quite easily. All the Iranians I've met, anyway, they're just like, huh? Like we're very, I don't know. They seem to assimilate really easily. But I don't think here's the thing. All these fucking wars create migrant crisis. And then we're going to have wherever we go to war, there's like an flux of migrants coming from that nation. So like, do we really want to have a fucking war with Iran and have another fucking influx? Like, what's the point? And what are they going to do? They're going to fucking give Iran democracy. I think if they went into Iran, they overthrow the fucking dictatorship. I think they actually have a democracy, but anyway, they've got that Ayatollah dude. I think he's called the supreme fucking religious leader of, I don't know, what are they, Shiites? Is it fucking, what are they called? There's like fucking, not Shiites, Sunni and Shiite. It's like that Muslim sect in Iran. They're pretty fucking radical. Maybe they'll go in there and be like, they'll have to fucking bomb that dude, that Ayatollah, the head of that fucking thing. The radical Muslims. We're going fucking mental. They'll be like, we need to have a new election. It's going to be fucking chaos, mate. But, of course, America, you're going to win that. If you want to have that war, you're going to win. You're going to bomb the fuck out of them. That's exactly what will happen. Iran will not be able to fucking And this is the stupid thing. What are you going to do? You're going to fucking go in there. They'll pull up a ship and they'll just fucking bomb the fuck out of these. They'll just use all their bloody cruise missiles. They'll bomb the fuck out of all their bloody Air Force bases and bloody take out all their bloody missile launching systems and fucking radars and satellites and shit. And then what are they going to do? They're going to send in the fucking ground troops, and that's where it's going to be really fucked up. That's where it's not going to be that good. Maybe they could use like robotic fucking small drones to fly around and fucking deal with like insurgency. It'll be a fucking mess. I don't think they should go in there. What's the purpose? I don't think they should engage in any wars. Are they really worth it? I mean, fighting ISIS and fighting fucking the Taliban, that was probably worth it. But what do? You go and you kill everyone, get the fuck out of there. Don't try build a nation. It's like another virtue signaling thing where they like, oh, we've gone in here, we've fought the war, we've killed the bad dudes, and they're sticking around, and it's like nation building. I think they have like a guilt complex, and they're like, fuck, maybe we shouldn't have come here. Maybe we've caused a lot of death and destruction. And then they try to fucking, we'll try to do the right thing by sticking around and trying to stabilize the fucking democracy and our economy and rebuild the nation. And like, I don't know. That's what happens when you fucking try to, when they're led. Someone sent me a text. Who the fuck is this? Sorry. Hey. All right. I'm back in the comments section. I think this is the most people I've ever had on my live. I hope you tune in every Saturday. I think it's like, it must be, what's the time over there? Like 7 o'clock at night now. 7:30, something like that. Sorry, Dusty. Gonna unsub Cat Killer. Now your audience, bro. Know your audience, bro. Yeah. I killed my cat. I didn't kill him. I put him down. I did the right thing. I didn't go and fucking, I was like, I could just put a bullet in this cat's head. Yes, I thought about it. But I knew that all, the RSPCA and all the environmentalists, you can't do that shit anymore. It's like they've monetized putting your cat down or your dog down. Like, this cat was fucked anyway. His legs were fucked. His back legs were fucked. He just sat around all day doing nothing. And I think he had fucking anxiety or some shit. He was very needy. I was the only one who fed him and pat him. No one else gave a fuck about this cat. And I was like, right, we have to put him down. He's gonna fucking suffer. He's suffering. Look at him. He's suffering. And yeah, I booked him in at the vet, and it was $175 to put the green injection into the little bastard. He was a good enough cat, but I have no regrets. And yeah, he's like, okay, these vets and shit. He looked weird. He looked like a fucking, he looked like a fucking alien. This guy, he's the real murderer, not me. I put it on him. No, joking. And he's like, all right, are you ready? Do you want a moment? I'm like, I don't want a moment. I want to fucking put the cat down. He's like, oh, okay then. And he's like, they put the catheter in his arm. They took him away, come back with the catheter in his arm thing. And he's like, all right. And I was like, can I do it? And the cat just faded away like that. He was gone. It was like, his soul left his body. I was like, fuck. Okay. And yeah, and then I buried him in the backyard. So I did the right thing. I paid $175 to put the cat down. I didn't go out and fucking chop his head off with an axe or shoot him or anything. Even though I know, like, look, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, it was just normal. Even in New Zealand, when I grew up in New Zealand, like, if your dog escaped your property and he made his way out onto a farm, they're just going to shoot any dog. My dogs got shot by farmers, 2 of my dogs, because they escaped from my house. And yeah, it was common for people to just go and fucking, okay, this dog's sick. This dog or cat is sick and dying. It's too expensive to fix it. We're just going to fucking put him down. But yeah, that's the funny thing. Fight people, not cats. Yeah, the cat lovers. Large drones. They need large drones. They need large drones, small drones. They need all kinds of fucking drones. They need to bring in the T-1000 or like RoboCop. Remember the new RoboCop movie, the newest one? How fucking that's when you need to go into Iran, when you have fucking full robots doing your bidding. It's not really worth your blood and your treasure in America. What do you gain by it? Unless you want to go and colonize the Middle East and be like, this is the new fucking America zone where we're fucking controlling all the oil. Allah was pretty based. He despised the rich Muslims after Muhammad and went east. The Persian culture was perfect for his philosophy. Oh, so that's our lie? I don't know. So that's the dude who invented the is that the name of the guy who fucking what do they call it? Made Shiite religion or Sunni? It's either one. I think it's the Shiites are in Persia and Iran. Yeah, it's a real shame. You see the videos of Iran before they had like a fucking Islamic revolution in the 80s or something like that, and maybe it was in the 70s or 80s. But before that, Iran was just like pretty much just like a Western nation. You would have thought you were in Paris. The women didn't have headscarves. They all wore Western clothing. It was like a modern society. And I reckon, like, dead set, you would think it was like Italy or Spain. Like, you just think they were like a European wog nation. You know what I mean? And then they brought in this fucking the radical Islam and they fucked it. And I think the Persian people, like, look, like I said the other week, I've got plenty of fucking Arab mates. Well, not plenty. I got a few Arab mates, but they're all Christian. They're fucking all good. My Egyptian mate the other day, I bumped into him at the doing groceries. I was like, hey, fucking go. We're having a chat, and then he was like, hey, mate, he had like some fucking Coles discount card. That's like the name of our supermarket. He's like, here, bro, this will give you 5% discount on your groceries. Tap that. I'm like, beep, beep, 5% discount. Thanks heaps, bro. So what a legend. That was my Egyptian mate. And my first car, my mum was dating this Egyptian dude for ages. And he was a fucking legend. He bought me my first car and we went into business together. And I'd buy stock for his car yard and it'd give me some profit out of it. I think I could sell 6 cars a year without having to pay tax on it. There was some loophole. So I was like, yeah, sweet. Here's money. Sell 6 cars a year for me. It was just money coming back. And this Egyptian dude, yeah, he bought me my first car. He helped me make money, which I used to pay for my wedding and house deposit. Wasn't a lot of money I made anyway. Enough, but it was enough. And it was a good deal. And he was a good guy. It didn't work out between him and my mum. I think he was like, I'm still brokenhearted from his previous marriage. Didn't work out. I think he was struggling through that. But he was legit. He was just an Aussie. It's a funny thing, like I guess like Middle Eastern Christianers, they come to Western countries and they assimilate really fucking easily. Being Christian and all. You're just like, yeah, they're fucking fine. They're all good. And I think Iranians, you know, get rid of that fucking crazy belief system, the religion of peace, get rid of it. And it will be all right. I reckon we'll all get along. Or you can reform Islam. It needs a lot of work, but in America, we used to take old dogs out the bush and shoot them. Yeah, we used to do it too, and then they fucked that. it's like, I don't think it's even like like, you know, these people and they're like animal cruelty activists. Well, they've just this thing how we can't now go and shoot the sick dog, the injured dog, and just put him down. I reckon a bullet to the head's pretty fucking instantaneous death. It's pretty humane, I think. And yeah, all you've done is you've monetized fucking putting animals down now. Euthanasia. Maybe that was their plan. Maybe they were like, well, if we bring in euthanasia for animals and it will soften people's hearts and they'll be like, oh, maybe we should bring euthanasia in for people too. So, you know, and this is the whole plan. This is the whole thing about euthanasia. There's always the thin end of the wedge. They'll be like, only for people in palliative care, only people who are dying. And you kind of like, yeah, I can see that. I hate being in hospital. You know what I mean? They just feel, I'm sure these people in palliative care, they're so fucked up on painkillers. They're not even fucking, they'll be like semi-conscious. They probably don't feel any pain. They're probably really, I don't know if they're suffering. But anyway. But yeah, they're like, okay, only for palliative care, they'll use euthanasia. Put them out of their misery. They're suffering. You're kind of like, okay, I get that. That's kind of, it seems reasonable. It's like the gay marriage thing. You're like, yeah, look, they're not hurting anyone. They can go to a celibate. They can go to birth, deaths, and marriage. They can find some celibate dude to marry them, and not a problem. It's not going to infringe on my life. But the thing is, it's always the thin end of the wedge, and that's the same thing with this euthanasia thing. That's why I think they brought it in for animals, and they were like, you can't put your dog or cat down now. You have to go to the vet. You can't just shoot them. You need to go to the vet because it's humane, and it's all. This is my conspiracy I'm creating. It was all a big plan to soften people to euthanasia, so then they can bring it in. They're going to bring it in for palliative care. I think they've bought it in Australia, in Victoria, where you can get put down. You can, if you're in palliative care only. But it's always the thin end of the wedge. I think where it will lead. This is ultimately worst case scenario where euthanasia ends, and it's like, instead of getting a fucking letter in the mail, you're now eligible for the pension. Congratulations on paying tax and working your ass your whole life. You made it. You're eligible for the pension. And it will say, or you can go get a green injection and euthanasia yourself. And that way you're not going to be a burden on taxpayers, and you're going to lower your carbon emissions by so-and-so amount. You're going to, by you not being here, you create fucking so many tons of carbon monoxide every year, and you'll be a great benefit to all taxpayers and the environment if you just tap out and take the green injection. You can take the pension, but you're a burden on society. Time to tap out. Do what's right. And they're going to fucking manipulate people into committing suicide. The vulnerable elderly. They're going to take advantage of them. That's where this will lead. The writing's on the wall. And it's always the thin end of the wedge. And you're like, well, not necessarily, Dusty. It doesn't have to be the thin end of the wedge. You could just bring it in and that be that. Put it in the Constitution, and then, yeah, a referendum has to change anything in the Constitution. That's true. But they use the high courts now to change the Constitution. They fucked that up. They're undermining the Constitution in Australia. I'm sure it's happening every nation in the earth. They use the high courts to fucking reinterpretate the Constitution. The fucking maggots. And what was I saying? I'm losing it here. I'm sobering up a little bit, but my hangover's fucking disappearing. I'm out of water. Fuck. Anyway, this is the thing. Like I was saying, it's the thin end of the wedge, and this is why all these identity politics things are the thin end of the wedge, because this is the way the left wing operates and wins election, by having identity politics groups where they like gays, feminists, indigenous people, Muslims, migrants, trans people, environmental issues, vegans. They have all these identity politics groups, and then they're like, we're going to do this for you, 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 this for you. Vote for us. Instead of just, trying to fucking... I think conservatives are more concerned with like the tide. They want to lift the tide so all the boats will rise with the tide. That's what the conservatives are about. But the left wing, their goal, the way they're like, how are we going to win the election is through identity groups. And once if they bring in euthanasia just for palliative care, what happens is they go, fuck, now we potentially can lose that identity politics group that's always voted for us. The single issue voter, the identity politics single issue voter group, they're like, now we've got them euthanasia for palliative care. Shit, now we could lose them. They might look to the Conservative Party next election because they've got that thing that they wanted. So they're like, okay, the way we can secure keep them as a voter is we can keep pushing the envelope more and more and more on that particular identity politics group. And that's why it's always the thin end of the wedge. That's why the gay thing, it's just going to be about gay marriage. We just want them to have the ability to go to birth, deaths and marriage and fill the form in and get married on paper. We just want them to be able to get a celibate guy to marry them. It doesn't have to be, it won't infringe on religion or freedom of speech or anything. We won't force gender neutral pronouns on children or have trannies teaching kids how to read. We won't do anything. And you're like, okay, we'll give you a shot. We'll let you have gay marriage. But it was the thin end of the wedge, and the political parties that push for the gay marriage, they're like, we need to keep more and more and more and more and more for that group because we don't want to lose their vote. We're afraid that they're going to look to the conservatives now. They're going to look to the alternative parties other than the fucking authoritarian left. What the fuck? My lives are slowly dwindling. My viewers. This might be we might be wrapping this up. How fast did gay marriage turn into homos for kids? Yeah, it's radical. It's fucking wild how that happened. Check out Count Cucula's video. He did he did a song. He's like, we made a song so you can learn the acronym for the LGBTQI. And it's really hilarious. Check him out. It's fucking solid gold. Ever eat a cat, Dusty? Nah, I've never eaten a cat. I don't know if I ever would too. The fucking... Isn't the thing that you shouldn't eat animals that eat meat? Isn't that... You should only eat herbivores? I don't know. I guess if I was stranded on an island and there was only cats on the island, I'd fucking eat them all. I'd have them like chickens, and I'd make sure they like breed and create more cats so I can keep eating them. You know what I mean? Cat burgers, cat snags. Be fucking cat everywhere. Cat fucking... That's probably the only scenario. Doomsday, doomsday preppers? That's the only scenario I'm eating cat. In that scenario, I'm eating fucking anything and everything. I'm eating lizards. I'm eating snakes. I'm eating fucking rats. I'm eating possum. I'm eating cat and dog. I'm eating catfish, pigeon. I'm eating fucking everything in that scenario. Where am I? I'm losing it in the comments section. In America, 10-year-old girls are having condom on banana races in school, but Iranians have the crazy society. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man. The way our society is going now, it does even make like Muslim society. Like you could probably go to Turkey right? You could go to Turkey or Jordan or Egypt, and you'd be like, you know what? If you guys if they let you drink alcohol there, you'd be like, it ain't so bad. If I could be a Christian there and drink beer, it's not too bad. Dusty Sheila's knocking on the door. Fuck, I just knocked me Milo over. What a fucking mess. I think the Dusty Sheila's going somewhere. The Dusty Sheila, she's bought me water. Hang on a fucking second. I lost that. She's bought me food and water. I just spilt my Milo everywhere like a fucking pig. Anyway, I'll just read the last bit of the comment section, then I'm going to have to crawl back into fucking bed. Wait for my headache to fucking go. I didn't even need my earphones in since Royce and Mersh left. I don't know why I had them in the whole fucking time. I think I'm used to wearing earplugs all day at work, so I just fucking forget about it. Where am I? Where am I going? Israel Folau was sacked unlawfully for his religious beliefs, but he has lost millions because of the gays. Yeah. And this is the thing, if you go on my Telegram, I did a post. There's this politician guy named there is a guy named fucking Lyle Shelton. He's this politician, right? And he's the Proud Boys went to a fucking, I don't know, community forum thing, and it was about how do we stop corporations from censoring conservatives and Christians like Israel Folau. That's what the event was about. Lyle Shelton went there. The Proud Boys were there, and the Proud Boys got a photo. Lyle Shelton got a photo with the Proud Boys, right? And he's posted it. He's posted on his Twitter, and all the left-wing authoritarian left-wing people, they went and had a fucking massive meltdown. Like, oh, now you've ousted yourself as a Nazi. Lyle Shelton. Lyle Shelton. I guess he's a political activist. He was the fucking guy who ran the Australian Christian lobby for like 8 years, and then he ran the Coalition of Marriage campaign for Vote No. Oh, Count Cuckula's in my comment section. Yo, Count, you're a legend, bro. I love your fucking video. The fucking LGBT acronym song. That is so fucking awesome, dude. You need to jump on my I'm gonna get the link to my Telegram. I don't know if you use Telegram, Count, but you need to get on Telegram, and because I have a thing called the Dusty Bogans Mates. If you jump on there, we can chat, and then I can get your email, and you can come on my show. It'd be like fucking so awesome. I'll get the link. Copy. Yeah, everyone check out fucking Count Cuckula, and the dude's a legend. I thought when I watched it, I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is hilarious. And I've been sharing it. I've shared it on my Telegram and stuff. I'm going to share it on all my stuff. It was awesome. And I was like, wow, you're like a fucking artist, bro. You're amazing. You're so fucking talented. You put in such a, my Telegram group chat. Here we go. I'm putting it in. Anyway, this is the link to my Telegram. I hope that fucking worked. That's the link to my Telegram. Everyone jump on my Telegram. Count Cuckula, get on Telegram, dude. You should get on Telegram for sure, and then we can all network with each other and fucking if we ever get taken down, We can help each other fucking find platforms and shit and keep our fan base connected. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to lose our fucking awesome fans of what we were doing here, creating an awesome community. But yeah, join my Telegram, guys. I've got a website, thedustybogan.com. You can buy merch. You can buy this shirt, long sleeve, short sleeve shirt, a hoodie, and a cup and a mug. And but I need to, don't buy any shirts. Wait till tomorrow because I need to go on the website. I need to drop the I think I'm making like $10 profit on every shirt that's sold. And I'm going to reduce that. I need to make it cheaper because I was like, fuck, these shirts and jumpers are a bit expensive. And I'm like, damn, at least I can cut my profit down and make it more affordable. So yeah, if you check out thedustybogan.com, you can buy merch on there. It has a link to my merch. It has a link to all my social media, fucking Instagram, Facebook, MeWe, Telegram. It's got my PayPal on there. If anyone wants to donate, shout me a beer. I've set up my PayPal last Wednesday, so it's been 10 days, and people have donated $80 to me. Even Mersh donated $10 to me, and here's the thing, but I don't even know if I don't know if people want to give anonymously, because I guess if you're like a Christian, Christians like to give anonymously. I'm just gonna but this is the thing. If you ever donate to me, you can leave a message. I'm gonna try set up Streamlabs today, by the way, and fucking Streamlabs, and there's some other one. There's some other one. It's like fucking PayPal. No, it's like Anyway, I'm gonna sort my shit out. Nicholas Spence donated $20 to me. $20. That's fucking huge. Thanks so much, Nicholas Spencer. And then Mersh from Revenge of the Sis, he donated $10 to me. What a fucking legend. David Schneck Nerd. I can't even pronounce his name. Sorry, bro, but he donated $10.40 to me. I don't even know if I can. Here we go. Yeah, Nicholas Spencer. He donated $20 and he said, "Get yourself a VB long neck, bud." How fucking nice. So if you ever do donate to my PayPal, leave a comment and I'll read your comment out and I'll fucking give you a shout out. That's for sure, man. I don't even know. Where are the rest of my fucking... Here we go. Peter Daly, he gave me $15. What a legend. James Andochow, I probably said that wrong. He gave me $10. Jesse Sakers gave me $4.40. Lachlan Cassidy gave me $4.20. And Regan Goff gave me $19.18. What a fucking legend. These people are gold. And I'll definitely give you guys shout outs. And I mean, look, if you don't want me to do a shout out, if you I prefer to give privately, because as a Christian, I actually prefer to give privately too, because sometimes it's you know what I mean, if you do it just as a virtue signal so people think you're awesome, maybe maybe you don't feel comfortable about that. I don't feel comfortable about that either when it comes to certain things, but it's also good to encourage a fucking culture of generosity and gratitude. So, you know what? I'm just showing my gratitude by giving you the shout out, man. It doesn't matter if someone donated me $1. I'm just going to be appreciative and be like, thanks fucking heaps. Count Cuckula, dude, you need to fucking set up a PayPal. It's so easy. I think it's called PayPal Me. Yeah, the Patreon. There's something like Patreon. What is it called? Subscribe Star. I'm gonna go set up a Subscribe Star today. I'm gonna do a Subscribe Star, so then people can. I think I was looking at it. You can set it up so it's like people can contribute like a monthly donation. I think I'll just set it real cheap, like $4 a month. So it's like once a month, someone's shouting me a schooner, and yeah, not to be like thinking I'm gonna make a heap of cash out of this, but do you know what? I think it's like I was working 2 jobs. You know, when I fucked my finger and went in hospital, my brother broke his back, black lungs, broke his back, and we had to fucking raise money for his spinal surgery. So I ended up getting a working second job, started my own mowing business, and I was putting all the money to pay for his fucking medical bills, and I kept that up. I kept that up for fucking 2 years. Pretty much all went to his spinal surgery and buying all the tools and shit I needed. But anyway, once I did my finger and fucked my finger, I was like, you know what? Life's too short. I can't keep doing this. I'm not going to like, you know, once his back was sorted and the money was sorted from that, I was like, I could have kept the business going and made money out of it. But I was kind of like, you know what? After my finger, I was like, nah, I don't want to fucking keep doing this. My life's too short. I could have lost my hand. The doctor's like, you could have lost your hand, dude. This is serious shit. And I was like, fuck. Not that like it wasn't a work related injury that happened to me, but what it was just a wake up call. And since I've stopped working so much, I've been drinking less. I think I was using alcohol as like an antidepressant. I think I had fucking anxiety from working too much. It was making my stress levels up too high, and fucking since I haven't been working so much, I've like almost no desire to drink as much, and I've been focusing on this YouTube channel, and this could become like a way to supplement my income, to get extra cash to the side. And it already has, like I already got fucking $80 worth of donation. So thanks so much, guys. And Count Cuckula, set up a fucking PayPal, dude. I will donate to your PayPal, man. It's so fucking easy. And the amount of effort that you put in, that high fucking quality shit. I need to get on my Telegram, and I reckon, man, I've got like a program where I can rip videos off my, off YouTube. Dude, I want to rip your video and I want to post it on my website. That one with the LGBT acronym song, because it's so good, and I can put a link to your YouTube channel on there. Help you out. I'm sure you won't mind if I do that, because it'll all come back to you, bro. Help you get more subs and shit. Count is a millionaire, is he? Fuck yeah, good on you, Count. So you should be a fucking millionaire. He's obviously like super talented and has his shit together. I'm a poor guy, got disabled rebuilding Baltimore sewers. So you better be happy crap isn't floating in the shit Chesapeake speak. I can't even pronounce it. Bay, you Baltimore friends, dude. That's full on Johnny Boston. I'll pray for you, dude, and pray for you that you get healed or that you're all good, mate. We've got to look after ourselves, man. It was like with my finger, and then I realized, like, nah, life's too short. I need to pull back. And then physically, I'm feeling way better, and mentally, I'm feeling way better. I drink more when I work harder. Feels better. Yeah, that's the thing, man. The harder you work, I think the like subtle. It's like a painkiller. It's like a painkiller, and it's like, yeah. Anyway, that's the way I was using it. But I'm fucking hungover as fuck today anyway. Stay off the piss, bud. No good. God bless from the mountains. Yeah, I've been feeling really good. Once I did the finger, I was on antibiotics for 3 weeks, and it was during Lent as well. So I was like, yeah, I'll do Lent. I won't drink for a month. And this is after 2 years of 2 years of binge drinking every night. And I did Lent, but it was kind of Lent like, because I was on antibiotics for 3 weeks, I couldn't drink anyway for the 3 weeks. So kind of maybe it took a little bit of the it took the edge off. It made it easier to give up drinking. And then since then, since the finger, since I was in hospital, I haven't drank during weeknights. Probably drinking like, I reckon I could count on my hand how many times I've actually gone and had beers. And I'm drinking less, and I'm not really binge drinking. Last night I had a lot to drink. I woke up with a headache. But yeah, I'm doing fucking way better. Sermon on the Mount. Where was that last one? Okay. I don't know, because you are a real mofo. Dust, get you soon. Well said, Dusty. Sermon on the Mount said something about keeping secret your arms. Yeah, Jesus said, don't let the left hand see what the right hand's doing when it comes to giving, because I think he said the Pharisees stand on the street corners and they fucking blast our trumpets and then they give to the poor. So it was all like a virtue signal. That's what like all the PC bullshit's happening now on social media with the left-wing people who call you a Nazi and a fucking Islamophobe and a homophobe. All it is a virtue signal. They're just like the Pharisees blowing their trumpets, and it's all a virtue signal so they pat themselves on the back and feel good about themselves, because I believe that they're militant atheists. That's what I really think's going on, and they have no purpose in life other than stimulating their nerve endings and their emotions. That's all they have, is their emotions and stimulation of the nerve endings. So this is why virtue signaling is potent with the fucking militant atheists, which always tend towards left-wing politics. They always tend towards socialism, because like I was saying again, the only thing in life that gives them value or meaning or purpose is the stimulation of their nerve endings and their emotional, what feels good. So this is why they tend towards socialism, because they believe that is the only thing in life that matters. It's how they feel, and it's all about gratification. That's why they want to steal your money and give it to other people. They think money and material possession is the answer to fucking all the problems of the world, but it's not. If Jesus wanted to come and solve the world's problems, he would have came and been like, here's the algorithm to have fucking perpetual financial growth. Here's the strategy to fucking wealth creation. He could have done it. I'm sure there's a method, there's a way to do it. But Jesus didn't come to fucking make us rich, to have material possession. Do you know what I mean? Or self-gratification. He came to give us spirituality, the Holy Spirit, which is the helper. So there's like a spiritual transaction. That's the most important thing in life. And that's why I think conservatives are like, hang on a minute. We don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We don't want to throw our culture and tradition and our heritage in the fucking bin. We don't want to throw it out with the fucking trash. We're like, no, there's more important things than the virtue signaling and the fucking materialistic. There's something deeper to life. There's something metaphorical and fucking. Anyway, where was I? Alcohol is a depressant, Dusty. Yeah, I think it is. It's like a fucking. It's just like it's a drug people use to bloody get through. Don't worry, I get it. If you're like fucked and going through a hard time, yeah, that's what I've done. Gone through some tough times and turned to the bottle. and self-medicating through alcohol. I didn't know that until I'm like fucking in hindsight. I didn't know, like, since the time in hospital and not working so much, I didn't know that I had anxiety or that I was in pain. I didn't know I was abusing alcohol. I didn't know any of that. In hindsight, when you're doing better and you feel better about ourselves as people, then we go, oh, we get some perspective and we go, oh shit, that I was fucked up. I wasn't the best me then. Something wasn't right, and I'm doing better now. But stick at it, people, and I hope fucking this encourages you to get through your own stuff. I think it's some kind of spiritual, cultural transaction needs to happen in our heart, deeper and beyond the materialistic self-gratification and emotions. There needs to be a shift to help us. I think that's what Jesus came to do. You know what I mean? I had some landscaping. It's all right, but for a bit, but hard on your body. Yeah. Landscaping. It's pretty bloody hard. Dusty Sheila. What? Local, we think he got bitten by a spider, but the doctor said it was infected. He spent 5 days in hospitals. Yeah. Follow my Instagram. I got all my posts up on there. Sweet. Count Cucula said, go for it, man. Good on you, dude. Costs money to drink. That's right. That's why I have my still butt. That's why I make homebrew. Because it's fucking cheap as fuck. Count Cucula, how is your Uncle Andy doing these days? I don't know anything about this. TY Dusty Man, I appreciate it. There we go. 2 years of drinking every night is not binge drinking. That's called alcoholism. Yeah, pretty much. So it was beyond alcohol. I mean, if some people can have 2 beers a night and it's not really like you're not getting drunk, but I was binge drinking. I was binge drinking alcoholism for a bit there. And you just glide through life. Uncle Ubel. Anyway, I won't read that comment from Count Cup because I don't know what's going on. This is enlightening, Dusty. Thanks. I drank every day. Binge drink, no, because I have a baby. God bless you. Yeah. No worries, love. Norcal local. I suck at pronouncing names. Yeah, I think we need to fucking... It's like swapping some of these things out of our life. You need to swap it with something better and positive. It's the only way I could do it. Dusty going deep now. Yeah, that's right. We're going into the deep. Giving up drinking in Lent 2011 cured my post-Navy depression, and I turned around my embarrassing weight gain. Fuck yeah, good on you, dude. Lama Dirk. I hope I'm fucking saying this shit right. Dustywave. Keep Dustywave. Yeah, I reckon every Saturday it's going to be Dustywave. I'm atheist Dusty. That's all good, dude. Not fucking... I reckon there's there's a good thing with like atheism now where through philosophy, like Stefan Molyneux, he's like inventing, like, you know what I mean? The thing is with atheism, there's the tendency to go towards the materialistic self-gratification side of things that leads to socialism. But that doesn't mean I think like 85% of atheists will tend to be left-wing. So it's only 15% of atheists are conservative. And then them conservatives would generally have like a decent philosophy on morality and have like that can still connected to a traditional culture generally. Like, so Deadbeat, you're a legend, dude. Thanks for always commenting on my stuff. You're always tuning in. And that this is the thing. This is where atheists and Christians, we can find common ground. Here it is. It's pretty much like, so Jesus said this, treat people how you want to be treated. This is the same way. So atheists and Christians, I believe we have the same rational moral way to make our morality. This is the way our philosophical position of how morality works. It's treat people how you would like to be treated. That's how Christians get their morality, that simple golden rule that Jesus stated. And that's the way atheists get their morality. Because it's like this. Fuck, that hurt. Even as an atheist, you know that hurts. You know what hurts you. And then you go, okay, that hurt me. That's going to hurt him the same. Okay, I'm going to treat people how I'd like to be treated. I know what hurts me. I'm not going to hurt you. That same way. And so there's a common ground. That's a rational way to formulate your fucking morality. And we have that in common. And Confucius and Socrates, I think it was Socrates, Confucius, and Jesus. All three of them said the golden rule: treat people how you'd like to be treated. So as long as you're an atheist and you come to that conclusion, I think all good, mate. Where was I? Alcohol depresses your nervous system. It doesn't make you depressed. Sweet. Thanks for letting me know that. I'll be more than happy to shout you a schooner once a month, bro. Keep at it, Dusty. Thanks so much, Loco Bogan. You're awesome, bro. I need a fucking Loco Bogan. Do you actually have a fucking YouTube channel? I'm subscribing to you anyway. Even though you don't have anything on there. You seem like a legend, Loco Bogan. Yeah, I'm going to hit up this fucking, what's it called? I'll go do it now. Subscribe Star. I'm going to hit that up now. That's number one. I'm going to create my Subscribe Star and I'll set up the fucking monthly donation at like $4 a month. And if I could my goal would be to get 50 people giving me $4 a month. And it'll be cheap. And I think that way it's like you're shouting the Dusty Bogan one schooner once a month. So it's not too expensive. I'd hate to ask individual people to donate and give me too much money. And then what I need to do today is I need to go onto my merch shop. You can check it out on the dustybogan.com. And I'm going to reduce the profit on my shirts because I think they're a bit too expensive. Dusty, the Australian dream. Bogan. Yes, Rots. I used to think that spend a lot of time on my bike, so easy wins in the day. Now I'm gay. I don't understand that. I'm mates with everyone, atheist, anti-religious. Yeah. Thanks, Deadbeat. You're a fucking top bloke, dude. I reckon you could I'm happy to talk to anyone about any of our philosophies and ideas and that. So I think you're the similar wavelength, Deadbeat. You know what I mean? I reckon we could get on. I reckon you're a top bloke. You'd get on with anyone. Just you'd give him a chance. You know what I mean? Have a bit of banter with them. Listen to what they're all about. And I'm sure you'll fucking chip in your own opinion, which is good too. If you're ever in Boston, I'll buy you and your missus a pint. Thanks fucking heaps, Billy Costa. You're a fucking legend. Dusty, you rule, man. Thanks a lot. We have an explosion of weed shops in Furryburg. Very nice. Yeah, hopefully we went to a legalized marijuana rally not long ago. It was alright. It's pretty good. I'm not into really the weed. If I smoke weed, I haven't smoked weed for years. And whenever I fucking have a little puff, I'm like, fuck this. Fucks me up. I feel like anxious and depressed and shit. I'm just like, can't do it. I don't even want to fucking, I just want to sit there and I feel like I'm dying. So I can't do it. It's not my thing. But anyway, if you want to fucking, someone wants to smoke weed, they're not going to hurt anyone. If you're a grown adult, it's all good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to fucking wrap this up. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for fucking watching my live today. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the little bell so you get notifications. Check out, just remember the dustybogan.com. If I ever get deplatformed, you'll be able to follow me on there, and all the links to my different social medias and my PayPal is on there. So if you do want to donate $1 to me or shout me a schooner, that'd be fucking sweet. Thanks so much, guys.